While I was in that dark place, I really had to take a look at myself and say, you know what, Joy, you're the reason that you're going through this. When I began to look back on all those pages of things that I had started writing, I really saw that I was blaming other people for the issues that were going on in my life. And I think that is a natural human tendency, is to fall victim, to say, this is what everyone else has done to me. But I really didn't like myself in that mindset. I really didn't like who I was becoming for blaming everyone else for all the wrong things that happened in my life. And I feel like I really had to learn to take ownership of what all had happened in my life. I couldn't blame anyone else for me becoming a single mom, because that's one of the things that I hated about myself, that I failed Romeo and provided him a 2-parent household. I really couldn't blame anyone else for me being overweight and not being able to be as physically active with Romeo, because I failed in taking care of myself, better care of myself. I really couldn't blame anyone else for me not being in a good financial situation and not being able to dress as nice as some of my colleagues and have that professional polish as some of them. Like, that's me, that I didn't do the right efforts and read on financial freedom and financial literacy. That's all the things that I did that made me get to the situation I was in at that current time. And me realizing that and just trying to reconfigure my brain and switch from a victim mindset to a victor mindset was one of the most monumental things I feel like journaling did for me, and really put me in the mindset to get ready for the Joy of Romeo blog. Because I just used to reread on all the things that I was going through and say, nope, I'm changing that. I'm not going to be a victim to that. Nope, I'm not going to be a victim to that. I'm going to be a victor. And I started thinking about all the things I was good at. I started loving myself. I started saying, you know what, Joy, you can be successful, because you done came a long way the way you used to dress, and you still do good in meetings and stuff. Like, this is good. We can get somewhere. So I really began to love myself and say, okay, how can we get better? How can we make Joy better? How can we make you better as a mom for Romeo? How can we make Georgina better as a professional to become a CEO of a hospital? How can we make Joy better as a person, like healthier, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually? How can we do all of those things and make you the person that you want to be? And that first started out by journaling and realizing that I was no longer the victim, that I could be the victor, and making sure that I was successful, and first loving myself, and then all of the rest will come into play. So while I was thinking about this victim versus victor and letting it marinate in my mind, I really started to reflect on all of the journals that I had written and just different pages and different themes. And I really started to think, there is no way I could be the only person that experiences some of these things. The whole plus size thing with finding professional clothes or trying to lose weight. There's no way I'm the only one. I definitely see #weight loss all the time on Instagram. The single mom thing. I know at least 10 or 12 single moms. Like, almost all of my friends are single moms. And there's no way I'm the only person that's going through this kind of guilt feeling. And there's no way that I'm the only person that deals with self-esteem issues or anxiety, you know. So I really began Googling, trying to research a forum for people like me, where they were a mother, they were plus size, they were very career driven. I really tried to find that, and it actually was slim to none. When it came to blogs, I researched and just different groups that I could join via Meetup. It was definitely slim pickings. So me being the person I am, I said, well, why don't I create a sense of community myself? Why don't I start a meetup? Why don't I create a blog/vlog? So I really began researching how do you do it. And I came across some articles that said it was really simple. You just set up a website via Wix or Squarespace. So I began typing up everything that I had written in my journals, typing it up in Microsoft Word. Because of all the research I saw online about how easy it was to start a blog, I wanted to prepare myself. And then one of the ways I really thought I could prepare myself is reaching out to get a mentor. Because I'm not the most well-spoken or didn't major in English, have no background in writing whatsoever, it just felt right at the time. I didn't want to just throw trash out there. So I really wanted to get a mentor who was already in the industry. No matter if they were a motherhood blogger or a plus size blogger or a fitness blogger, whatever the case may be, I just really wanted someone to help guide me through the process. And when I tell you I reached out, I was quickly deflated. Like, I was quickly shut down, because I was told by several of the people I reached out to that I am not the ideal mom blogger. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I mean, I'm a mom and I want to blog. Like, what does that mean? So I was quickly shut down.